Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Debbie Lee here with the White Samurai Investment Group today, and today we are going to be discussing long-term wealth again, but this time the power of consistency and sustainable growth without burnout. Specifically covering how small habits become big wealth and why discipline matters more than motivation, and the secret to growing steadily without sacrificing your energy or sanity. So, over this past year, I have seen countless working class individuals struggle with the idea that they can't build wealth, right? They think that making money fast is the key. Chasing quick wins in the stock market, in crypto, or in side hustles. But I've noticed consistently is that the people who end up with real lasting wealth aren't necessarily the ones who make the most money at first. They're the ones who show up consistently, make small, deliberate actions every day, and sustain growth without burning out. I've also seen another pattern. Many people start with excitement and high motivation, but within the first few months, that energy fades. They, either give up entirely or start chasing new trends, trying to make up for the lost time. This is the trap that working class investors fall into. It's not lack of income or knowledge, it's a lack of consistent habits and sustainable systems. The truth is, wealth is built habit by habit, month by month, year by year. It's about designing your life in a way that makes your financial growth automatic and sustainable. It's about showing up every paycheck, every month, without fail, even when you feel tired, unmotivated, or overwhelmed. That's what separates the people who create long-term wealth from those who stay stuck in the cycle of earning and spending without progress. In this video, I will break down exactly how to turn small habits into big wealth, how to maintain sustainable growth without burning out, and why discipline is the real driver behind financial freedom. By the end, you will have practical steps that you can implement immediately to start turning your everyday actions into a powerful wealth building system. But before we get into that, obviously I want to tell you a little story. So I want to tell you about my friend Lena. So Lena grew up in a working class household, just like me, working where money was tight, right? Her parents worked long hours just to cover all the bills, and she never saw long-term wealth investing or wealth building strategies at home. So from a young age, she understood the value of hard work. She also grew up seeing financial stress and the pressure of living paycheck to paycheck. She internalized two messages: hard work, but expect little from money. When Lena landed her first time job in her early 20s, she was like over the moon. Finally, she had her own income, her own sense of independence, but reality hit very fast. All the rent, all the groceries, all the transportation costs, student loans, and unexpected expenses left her little room for saving any money at all, or even investing. She tried the common approach that she had seen from all of her friends and family, saving whatever she could by the end of the month, but often life happened before she even got a chance to, get started. Her car needed repairs, her laptop broke, unexpected dental bills came up. Each time, her small savings evaporated and she felt frustrated and powerless. At first, Lena tried to save large amounts of money all at once. She thought, if I could just save $500 a month, I'll finally get ahead. But this approach did not last. Some months she could meet the goal, but others she couldn't. And she often gave up entirely when she fell behind. The cycle was very discouraging. Motivation spikes, excitement fades. Financial progress stalled. She started thinking that maybe long-term wealth was something only other people could achieve. People with high-paying jobs and family money. Then Lena met her mentor, a colleague who started investing in her 20s. Her mentor shared a simple but powerful lesson. You don't need a huge contribution to build wealth. You need consistency over time. She explained that even small manageable amounts could grow substantially if invested regularly. Lena realized that her previous attempts had not failed because she lacked the money, but because she was trying to do too much at once without a system in place. Lena decided to try a different approach. She started small, committing to just $50 a month and into an investment account. It wasn't life-changing money, but it was sustainable. More importantly, she automated the contributions as well, so it left her paycheck even before she could even think about it. This small habit became a first step towards building consistent wealth. And at first, progress was slow, of course. Lena would check her account and it was very small, here and there. Some days felt like her $50 a month was like almost nothing. But over the years, she began to notice the effect of compounding. The interest earned on her investments started generating its own interest. Small contributions accumulated meaningful sums. More importantly, the habit of consistent investing became ingrained. Even when her motivation dipped or life threw unexpected expenses her way, her system kept working. As Lena gained confidence, she started increasing her monthly contributions gradually, especially when she received raises or bonuses. She also learned to reinvest dividends instead of cashing them out straight away, allowing her portfolio to grow even faster. So, by her late 20s, Lena realized she was already ahead of many of her other peers who did have higher incomes but no consistent plan. The small, disciplined actions she had taken every month added up to tangible financial progress. But the lesson Lena learned was beyond money. She realized sustainable growth requires discipline, not motivation. Motivation fluctuates. It comes and goes. Discipline, on the other hand, keeps you moving forward even when you don't feel like it. She began applying the same principle to other areas of her life as well, like budgeting, personal development, and time management. Even every small little step, consistent action created compounding results in multiple areas of her life, not just her finances. Lena's story is proof that long-term wealth is built by habit by habit, not grand gestures. So she didn't need a high-paying job, a sudden windfall, or even like insider knowledge. She just needed consistency, discipline, and a system that made progress happen automatically. Every small step she took, every automated contribution, every decision to invest rather than spend added up over time to a level of financial security and confidence she had never imagined possible. Her story shows working class individuals that the path to wealth is accessible. You don't need to make a giant leap. You just need to turn small intentional actions into habits and let them compound over months and years. That is the real edge. That is the power of consistency and sustainable growth. So, this brings us to topic number 1. Long-term wealth, the power of consistency. So, when it comes to long-term wealth, most people think in terms of big moves, high salaries, or lucky breaks, right? They imagine that wealth is the result of making a single life-changing decision, buying the perfect stock, starting a wildly successful business, or receiving an unexpected windfall. But the truth, especially for working class investors, is far simpler and is far more powerful as well. Consistency is your real superpower. We often underestimate the impact of small repeated actions. A single investment of $50 might seem very insignificant today, but the power of time and compounding transforms that small habit into a substantial sum over years. And skill development. Wealth is rarely built overnight. It's accumulated daily, habit by habit, decision by decision. So, what are the steps to get there? Step number 1, start small, start consistent. Start small, start consistent. So, consistency begins with small manageable habits. You don't need to invest $1,000 a month or save half your income to make progress. What matters is showing up month after month, week after week, day after day, with a system that keeps you moving forward. So let's take Lena's story, right? So she started with just $50 a month, a sum that she could sustain without stress. Many people would have dismissed this as way too little, but that small consistent contribution became the foundation for her long-term wealth. It allowed her to build a habit, develop discipline, and avoid the emotional stress that comes from trying to do too much too soon. From working class investors, the key is recognizing that time is your most valuable asset. The earlier that you start, even with modest contributions, the more you benefit from compounding. Waiting for a perfect moment, for the perfect timing of the market, perfect income amount, perfect knowledge is a costly trap. By starting small and staying consistent, you set yourself up for long-term success. Number 2, automate your growth. So, one of the most powerful strategies for building wealth is automation. Setting up automatic contributions to investment accounts or savings plans ensures that progress happens regardless of your mood, of your motivation, or your distractions. So every month, before you even touch your paycheck, $50 is automatically invested into a diversified index fund. So over time, your portfolio grows without you even having to think about it. The beauty of automation is that it removes the emotional decision from the equation. You don't have to debate whether this is the right time. So you don't also have to rely on motivation, which ebbs and flows. The system works for you, quietly compounding your wealth behind the scenes. Automation isn't just about investing. It can also apply to savings or debt repayment or even skill development. For an example, automatically transferring $20 a month into an online course fund ensures that you're continually investing into yourself, which compounds into greater earning potential over time. Number 3, embrace the long-term mindset. Long-term mindset. So the biggest challenge for working class investors is, pardon me, it's been a long day. The biggest challenge for working class investors is thinking long term, right? Life is full of immediate needs and pressures, and it's easy to get caught in the cycle of short term thinking. I'll save later, or I'll invest when I have more money. The phases that cost you thousands over decades. Wealth is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Each small, consistent step is like laying a brick in the foundation. Over time, those bricks accumulate into a strong, lasting structure. Compounding is very slow at first, so it's quite invisible, which is why patience is critical. By focusing on daily habits and weekly systems, you create a reliable process that builds wealth silently and steadily. So if you contribute like $100 per month into an index fund starting at 25, and by the time you get to 65, that money could grow over to $230,000. Pardon me, and at an average rate of about, pardon me, 8% per annum. If you wait until you're 35, even to wait until you have more money to invest, even doubling those to $200 per month, the net amount is like $180,000 by 65. So the lesson is clear. Time and consistency outweigh size. Step number 4. Build habits, not just goals. Build build the habits and the goals as well. So setting goals are very important, but habits are what drive all of the results. Goals give direction, but habits create for momentum. For an example, instead of setting a goal like, I want to save $10,000 this year. Build a habit of saying, I'm saving a fixed percentage of every paycheck. So if you save $10 a day, over the next year, you will save $10,000. So if you say, I'm going to save $10 every single day, instead of saying, by the end of this year, I want $10,000. It's easier thinking about it in smaller manageable chunks like $10 a day, instead of, oh, I need to save $10,000 by the next year. It sounds a lot more easier. So the first month might feel very small. The second month as well might feel routine, but over the years, this habit compounds into real financial power. Working class investors have a natural advantage because they are used to relying on disciplined routines. You've learned to budget, to prioritize, to delay gratification out of necessity. Applying the same habits to wealth building, and this allows you to leverage your skills that you've already mastered in other areas of your life. Number 5, gradually increase the contributions. So, consistency doesn't mean stagnation. As soon as your income grows or your confidence increases, gradually increase your contributions. This is called habitual scaling. It's one of the most efficient ways and effective ways to supercharge long-term growth without overextending yourself. So if you start with $50 a month, and then aim to increase it to $70 to $75 after 6 months, right? $100 after a year, and so on and so forth, or however you feel you want to do it. These incremental increases may feel small, but they compound significantly over decades. The goal is sustainable growth. Never pushing yourself to the point of burnout or financial strain. So number 6, you want to protect consistency from life's interruptions. Consistency is the key. Life is unpredictable. Emergencies do happen. Bills pile up. Motivation wanes. And the key to long-term wealth is designing systems. I can see better without glasses. The key to long-term wealth is that you need to design the systems that survive all of the interruptions. This could mean keeping a small emergency fund to avoid dipping into your investments, automating contributions so they happen even if you forget, having a flexible budget that prioritizes essential contributions. By protecting your consistency, you ensure that temporary setbacks don't derail years of your progress. Pardon me again. So, number 7. You want to learn and adapt along the way. By continuing to learn. So, consistency doesn't mean blind repetition. To maximize your long-term growth, invest in financial education alongside your habits. Read all the books, watch all the videos, or take courses about investing, personal finance, and wealth building strategies. Knowledge compounds along with your money. So, speaking of, I will recommend some. I recommend reading The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley, The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clayson, and watching some YouTube channels like Graham Stephan and Andre Gijek. Even a small increase in knowledge can significantly improve your decision making or your risk management and your ability to scale your wealth effectively. Number 8, celebrate all the small wins. Celebrate everything. So finally, recognizing the importance of small wins. Every automatic investment, every increase in contributions, every month of sticking to your system is a victory. These wins reinforce your habits, boosting your confidence and motivating you to continue. Small wins create momentum, which is crucial for long-term consistency. And remember, wealth isn't a single moment of triumph. It's the accumulation of hundreds, even thousands of small, consistent victories. So, the takeaways from this. Consistency is more powerful than size or timing. Small, repeated actions building long-term wealth. Automate contributions to remove barriers of emotional and maintain steady progress. So, this brings us to topic number 2, sustainable growth without burnout. When people talk about building wealth, they often imagine long hours, endless hustles, sacrificing everything in the present for a bigger payoff much later. But the truth is, real long-term wealth doesn't require burnout. In fact, trying to hustle constantly without a system or boundaries often destroys the progress instead of building it. Sustainable growth is about discipline, is about structure and small habits, non-frantic effort or luck. So, let me just have a look here. Number 2. the same one. You're probably going to want to just skip past this part. Oh no, that's the same one. Okay. Where did that go? Yeah, so that. Okay. So, where was I? The myth of hustle culture. So, working class investors are often raised with the mentality that hard work alone will get you ahead. And sure, while hard work is important, it's not enough. Many people think that the more that they grind, the faster they'll become wealthy. This mindset leads to overwork, exhaustion, and even a lot of financial mistakes. Because decisions made while stressed or fatigued are rarely smart. For example, many individuals working multiple jobs or side hustles try to do it all. Without systems in place, they might invest sporadically, overspend out of stress, or fail to track their money. Their intentions are good. They want to secure their financial future, but the lack of discipline and structure leads to inconsistent results. Sustainable growth flips this mindset. It focuses on building consistent, repeatable actions that can be maintained indefinitely. It's not about working harder, it's just about working smarter. Prioritizing your energy and letting small disciplined actions compound over time. So, what are the steps to get there? Discipline over motivation. So, motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel motivated to save or invest or learn about money, but other days you won't. Sustainable growth relies on discipline, not fleeting motivation. So, for example, take Maria. She worked a 9 to 5 and also ran a small side hustle. So some months she was highly motivated and added extra money to all of her investments. Other months she felt drained and skipped contributions. Her portfolio stagnated and she became very frustrated. So once she implemented automatic contributions, this ensured that she saved a fixed percentage, pardon me, oh dear, of her income every month. She eliminated the reliance on motivation over time, and she realized that the real driver of wealth isn't excitement, it's habitual, disciplined action. So for working class investors, this principle is gold. You don't need to be inspired every day. You just need a system that works even when you're tired or busy or stressed or exhausted. Discipline ensures that your actions continue regardless of your mood, which is the foundation for sustainable growth. So, number 2, balance effort with rest. Emphasis on rest. Another key principle is avoiding burnout by balancing effort with rest. Working class investors often feel the pressure to overextend themselves, taking multiple jobs, hustling non-stop, constantly chasing side opportunities. While this may provide short-term gains, it's unsustainably and is mentally exhausting. Sustainable growth is about strategic effort, focusing on high-impact actions that build wealth and minimize wasted energy. So this could mean like automating your savings and investments instead of manually tracking them. Learning to delegate or outsource tasks when possible. Prioritizing skill building that multiplies your income rather than taking on extra hours. The goal is to maximize results while conserving energy so that you can maintain long-term progress without sacrificing any of your health or relationships or your mental well-being. So, step number 3, you want to create systems that last. Systems are the backbone of sustainable growth. Rather than relying on willpower or random decisions, build repeatable processes that guide your financial actions automatically. For example, you might automate your transfers from your paycheck to an investment account. Scheduled reviews on your spending and budgeting each month. Setting up a financial calendar for recurring payments, debt repayment, and contribution increases. By having these systems in place, you reduce the likelihood of mistakes made and your progress is resilient up to life's ups and downs. Even during stressful months, your financial habits continue to work in the background. Number 4, incremental progress compounds. So sustainable growth is rooted in small incremental progress. You don't need massive contributions to see results. In fact, trying to do too much too soon often leads to burnout or financial strain. Instead, focus on small actions consistently applied over time. As an example, start by saving 5% of your paycheck every month and then increase it gradually to like 10%. Committing to learning one financial concept per week, whether it's reading an article, watching a video, or taking a short course. Track spending habits and slowly optimize them over time. Each small action, repeated consistently, compounds. Just as with investing, discipline applied over time generates massive results. Step number 5, avoid lifestyle inflation. I have explained this a couple of times on this channel already. As income increases, many working class individuals feel pressure to upgrade all of their lifestyles immediately. New cars, bigger apartments, or like luxury goods. This can sabotage your sustainable growth if done prematurely. Instead, commit to incremental increases in investments and savings as your income grows. This will allow you to still enjoy progress without derailing your long-term wealth building efforts. The working class investor's edge lies in leveraging wealth wisely, resisting the urge to inflate your lifestyle prematurely and letting compounding do the heavy lifting. Number 6, you want to protect your mental and physical energy. Sustainable growth isn't just about money. It's about energy. It's working yourself to the point of exhaustion, reduces productivity and increases mistakes, and can impact your health. Protecting your mental and physical energy is an investment in your financial future. Schedule downtime and rest periods like appointments. Very good idea. They're just as important as work or investing. Exercise and nutrition are not optional. They improve focus and decision making. Mental clarity leads to better financial decisions and prevents reactive spending or risky investments. The point is simple. You cannot grow wealth effectively if you burn yourself out along the way. Sustainability requires balance. Number 7, educate and adjust. Sustainable growth involves learning and adapting. Financial education is a habit that compounds over time, just like investments. As your knowledge increases, you make better decisions, optimize strategies, and avoid all the costly mistakes. So, some recommendations for you to read are The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Some YouTube channels to watch are, oh my goodness, Graham Stephan and Andre DeHick. And a couple of podcasts are You want to choose some podcasts, sometimes on Spotify or what's the other one? Apple Podcasts. So choose financial literacy that shows focus on long-term strategies, not any get-rich-quick schemes. So each new skill or insight compounds with your existing habits, accelerating your growth without extra financial strain. Step number 8. Celebrate progress without overindulging. Finally, sustainable growth involves recognizing achievements without derailing your habits. Every automated investment, every month of consistent saving, every small win is worth acknowledging. Celebrating progress reinforces the habit loop, boosting confidence and keeping you motivated for the long journey ahead. The key is to celebrate without inflating lifestyle. Acknowledge your achievements in ways that support your growth rather than undoing it. So, the key takeaways from this topic are: discipline beats motivation. Systems outperform willpower. Sustainable growth requires balancing effort with rest. Avoid burnout. Build repeatable systems for investments, for savings, and financial decisions. Incremental progress compounds over time. Small actions lead to massive results. Avoid lifestyle inflation and prioritize investments as income grows. Protect your mental and physical energy. Health fuels financial discipline. Continuous education compounds alongside your money. Knowledge is a multiplier. Celebrate progress in ways that reinforce long-term habits, not derailing them. By combining consistency, systems, and disciplined energy management, working class investors can achieve sustainable wealth without sacrificing their health, or their happiness, or their sanity. Wealth built in this way is resilient, lasting, and definitely life-changing. If you want to turn small habits into big wealth and grow sustainably without burning out, White Samurai Investment Group can help you create the right systems. Our team provide practical strategies, guidance, and tools for working class investors ready to build real long-term financial freedom. So start small, stay consistent, and let discipline and compounding work for you. Take action today and make your choices count towards the wealth that you deserve. I would like to thank everyone for watching this video, and please check out all the other videos on my channel where I talk about financial freedom, investing, trading, and building business. And if you like this video, please let me know in the comments. And just to summarize this video, I would just say long-term wealth is built through consistent small actions, sustainable growth. Motivation fades, but discipline, automation, and smart systems keep your progress on track by protecting your energy, avoiding lifestyle inflation, and focusing on incremental progress. Working class investors can achieve lasting financial freedom. The real secret isn't a windfall. It's showing up month after month, year after year, by letting your habits and investments compound over time. So, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and if you have any questions, leave a comment or send me a message. Or head to the White Samurai Investment Group website. I'll leave it linked in this description. And there's a query form on their website that you can fill out. Ask them anything. If you're intrigued, let them know. Let me know and I'll help you. And yeah, head to the White Samurai YouTube channel as well for strategies and guidance and support, and let me know if you liked this video. If you didn't like this video, let me know. And if you've got any questions, ask any of us. The White Samurai team or myself will do our best to get back to you. And apart from that, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.